Mindfulness or applied meditation. So, first lesson, let us cover a simple thing, and we'll have brief talk on the principles, and then we will do the practice. Then we will share our experiences. So if I say the title, how and why to discover inner peace and happiness. And the simple answer is, do I live in peace and happiness 24/7? So simple. And the answer is no. I'm answering on behalf of you. So we all know it. We don't live in peace and happiness 24 hours. If we live in peace 24/7, it means we are awakened. One, we not only we know, we live in mindfulness. How simple it is. So we can check ourselves that yes, I'm not, or if I am, still you can learn. There are hundreds of approaches. We enjoy going to the restaurant again and again. We use the same drink again and again. Oh, this drink is very good. So Casey offered me some drink in one restaurant in one day, and then, oh yeah, I like it. So she ordered and I said, no, I will also have it. It's a point of, that is how the mind is working. But at the same time, after having a drink, we become the same person again. The mind goes back to the same thing, same old habits, same old thoughts, same routine. So there comes the Eastern wisdom. But the surprising thing is that we don't find anything new. We have not to discover anything new. We have to go deep inside us, and the masters declare that peace and happiness are my essential nature. How dare the anxiety can come to me? I'm again repeating it. Now I want to see the smile on your face, Rich. You have to be with me. You see that? One mind says, oh, I have lots of problems, of stress and suffering, I'm recalling the past, the memories, the experiences, and I start reliving into it. Who lives into it? My mind, my habits, my past impression. So I'm not finding anything new. So what Eastern wisdom says, one is repetitive events and incidents of forgetting our essential nature. That is what it is. It is peace and happiness. You are angry and someone pats you on the shoulder. Come on, calm down. Let us sit and we will find the solution. What happens to your anger? It goes away. You see that? You go back to your own nature. That is not new. It is always there with us. We don't find it. The moment you claim, I am the mind, you have a problem. The mind comes up with all its past experiences, habits, and it starts reliving into it. And the moment you drop that mind with all its impressions, what happens? Oh, that self, that peace, that happiness returns with you? How simple is that? Why it is not simple in your life? Because the mind has never known it, that it is so simple. Am I right? When the mind knows that it is so easy, if I look behind the mind, if I step back, peace is already there. And the moment I come in touch with that inner peace and happiness, the anxiety has to go. Master says beautifully, and he gives an analogy, darkness and the light. You switch on, darkness disappears, dissolves, melts away. When you switch on the light, you cannot say, oh, I see still there is little darkness left. You cannot say that. And if you say it, then I have to take care of the mind. I was talking to Casey and Aruna yesterday, perhaps day before yesterday. The science says, our National Institute of Health website says, 1 out of the 4 people in our country suffers from mental disorders, psychological problems. Right? They are right. But I draw another conclusion. What is that conclusion? Find three of your friends, and first 3 friends are normal, then who is the 4th? I'm the 4th. I suffer from problem. We don't recognize that. We always like to see, did you get it? 3 out of 4 people in our country suffer from psychological disorder. I have a friend A who is perfectly normal. Second friend is normal. Third is normal. So there are 4 people including you. You are also having the same problem. Why it happens that we read all these statistics and it doesn't strike, it doesn't go deep within us? Why it doesn't go within us? Because of the mind. Because of what people say, our masters say, ignorance. And that is what we are working on. To understand that part of the ignorance, first let us pick up few things. Eastern wisdom, I have been saying, 6,000 years old. We have 3,000 masters. We have 3,000 texts. They teach us the same thing. Discover your essential nature. And the moment you discover your essential nature inside, you awaken to peace and happiness. And once you have a glimpse of it, you continue the practice. The time comes, it becomes an irreversible process. The body may have a problem, but you live in peace. Body has a problem. So one person has an anxiety in the body, mind is calm because of the peace and happiness. Maintains that. One person has a pain in the body and still. The other person has a disturbed relationship. The mind knows it, but the peace is already there. And gradually these problems also comes to an end. One thing we have to understand in our today's lesson, and then we will go for practice. Self and the non-self. What I am and what I am not. changing versus never changing reality. When we were born, parents gave us a name. Take an example of Rich. Did you have an anxiety when you were born? I didn't know it. At the age of 10, yes, I was so happy. At the age of 5, so much spontaneous. Now I have it. That is constantly changing an experience of the mind. It means this is not me. Can I start reflecting on this? I'm not. So the moment I have a pain, do I have a pain? No, the body has a pain. So then I'm not the body. Pain is not me. Two things happens. Take care of the pain the best possible way. From outside, the suffering comes to an end. The fear dissolves. One way to understand changing versus never changing reality. So I was talking about when you were born, did you have a problem? No. 5 years spontaneous, natural. 10 years more or less natural. As we grew older, the mind started depositing attitude, impressions, reactions, responses from the society outside. Mind first time learned what exactly is fear. Learned. I am saying. Now it knows what the fear is, what the anxiety is, what the stress is, what the duality is, what the conflict is, and then the mind started living into it. So can we get rid of the mind? Can we transcend the mind? Every master says transcending the mind is mindfulness. Transcending the mind is a meditative state. Now comes the question, transcending the mind. What it means. And I use a simple phrase, can I keep this mind in abeyance for a while and let me find out what is happening to me? In abeyance. Let me keep this mind in abeyance. Means what? There's a glass of water, let me keep it, No, I'm not ready to drink now. Keep in abeyance. So I need that self-awareness. So the journey of the mind, mindfulness and meditations needs some self-awareness. You can do it now? How come? You're listening to me? Yes. Are you really listening to me and also listening to your mind? Now I see the smile. You see that? Are you listening to me 50-50? 50 I'm listening to my mind and 50% I'm listening to you. So still these thoughts will continue to happen in the mind. Let it happen. The moment you say let it happen, you have started keeping the mind in abeyance. Don't we do it in daily life? Don't we do it? Yes. Can you send an email? Yes, I'll send you after an hour. You have kept the mind in abeyance. How simple it is. It needs only an observation and awareness. Anxiety comes, I'll take care of you after an hour. It is a mental experience. I'm different from the mind. As long as my mind claims I am the mind, nothing is going to happen. You will attend the session and after an hour, mind says, look at it, nothing happened. Mind will return with its old habits and the past impression. It will repeat, it will repeat, it will repeat, and then we go to the experts, they start digging you down. When and how, where and how, they return again and again to the same problem. The beauty of the Eastern wisdom is that we say peace is your essential nature. You have a problem? Come on. Find out if there is a peace comes by practice as an experience in your life. If I really experience that inner calm and the peace in my life, let me allow the mind to repeat it again. Mind repeats our problems by default. We have to consciously repeat the practice in order to empty the mind. I'm not saying anything that is foreign to you. We all know it. Isn't it? The problems enters in our life from back door. And we treat it, come on my dear, I have a problem, I'm suffering. And I'm asking you to welcome the peace from the front door. That much I'm saying. I'm not saying a big thing. Is it possible? The answer is possible. Let us close your eyes and start our journey. Start our journey. So, self and the non-self, that is one. And let me focus in the practice. Entry from the front door. Welcome. Welcome from the front door instead of back door of stress and suffering. So first thing is to close your eyes. I'm saying just so easy to close your eyes. Close your eyes. And did I say conscious entry? Consciousness is required, means awareness is required. Are you aware your eyes are closed? Yes, I'm aware my eyes are closed. When my eyes are closed, do I see the things outside? No. Very good. No, I see the things outside. Means what? What is the meaning? The mind is playing with you. Can you become aware of it? I'm taking you today to another dimension, my friends. Eyes are closed. Are you aware? Yes. So in that awareness, you know, mind is playing with me. With the past impression, with the vision, or with the thought, let it happen. So I say, let it happen. Means, I'm using the word, keep mind in abeyance. Keep mind in abeyance. And that is what is being comfortable is. So with that awareness, you look at the neck joint. Okay. When you look at the neck joint, you experience sensation. You experience sensation, yes. It is the mind that knows an experience of being comfortable. It is the content of the mind. See that it is the same mind. Why? You welcome this mind from the front door. I'm just using the same phrase what I taught. Look at the shoulder joints. Feel the sensation. Feel the sensation. And also experience some sense of steadiness. The time will come, I will not say this, if you continue the journey. If you continue the journey, I will say that I need not to say this. Look at the hip joint. Feel the sensation. Experience the steadiness. I have always been saying, my friends, that this journey of the mindfulness and the Eastern wisdom, this Eastern wisdom is a play, is a fun and a joy. So don't get upset if the mind blames you. No, I cannot do it, I cannot focus it. No, move ahead. Don't worry about what happened when you did not, your mind was not aware in the beginning, but now it is aware. You don't need an effort to make yourself aware. How? Simply listening. That's all. Oh, that is all. Yes, that is all, my friend. So, look at the entire body. Look at the entire body. Feel the sensation. Experience being comfortable and steadiness. Welcome. Now I'm using it again. So let us understand. Welcome. The mind from the front means what? I am simply aware, listening and shifting the awareness. I am not going to say anything that where you are shifting. It naturally shifts, and when it shifts, it brings an experience of being comfortable. An entry from the back door means what? No, mind is still thinking of the past, it blames, complains, and now I feel something weird. That's a common word that I hear now. Something weird. Okay, no problem. Be there. So closing the eyes, welcome from the front takes you to being comfortable. Okay? Now comes the second point. We see what is happening, if I say so. In that state, I'm giving an analogy. You are standing across a road, watching traffic moving, What happens to you? You are simply aware. Traffic is coming, traffic is going. Pay attention to it. Traffic is coming, traffic going. And you keep standing. You keep watching. Or I say you keep looking. Did I say that? Welcome from the front? Yes. Now see what it means by welcome from the front. It simply means doing nothing, and simply aware of the traffic coming and going. Analogy is clear. Apply this to your mind at this moment. Apply this to our mind. Entry from back door, no issue. I'm not changing anything. Maybe good thoughts, bad thoughts, high one, higher, lower, whatever comes, whatever goes, you need not to do anything. That's what you are standing across. A road, watching the traffic moving. North and the south, take an example of north and the south, or east and the west. Okay, I'm okay. Why I'm okay? I'm not doing anything. But one thing is important. I'm aware. Why I am aware? Why I need awareness? Let me answer that. Entry from the front. You see that in the second step, we are looking, I can say we are watching, we are observing without any action, reaction, response, hesitation. Pay attention. It's a little deeper we are going in this step today. Two things, thought of hesitation and experience of hesitation are two different things. Experience. An expert talks about here is an anxiety, this is what the anxiety is, this is what the suffering is. But he is not. So there is a thought and there is an experience. So what I'm saying, entry from the front means what? Any thought comes, you are aware of what? It is only a thought. There is no reason to have an experience of hesitation. Mind says but, and drop this but. You see that now the mind mind started stretching. That thought and will bring past experience. It is such a subtle thing and it is so simple to do it. And I have spoken about it. Can you become angry tomorrow at 10 a.m.? No. If I plan, can I become stressed tomorrow at 10 a.m.? No. Big no. Because the moment you become aware, the anger goes away. I'm not saying anything that I know and you do not know. Now let us settle. If I say, let us settle the mind without doing anything. Check what you are comfortable. Yes, I am. Check. Entry from the front means I am aware. Even if the thoughts are coming and going, let it come like the traffic. Good. And let it continue. Front door is open. The entry from the back door continues. You are aware. That much I need from you. In that state, look at the head and the neck. Now, two things. Be there and wait there, if I use the two terms. You are standing across the road, watching the traffic. Are you not there? Yes. Are you not in a waiting moment? The traffic is coming and going? Yes. I'm saying the same thing. I'm not saying what you have never experienced. Okay? Okay, the mind says, okay, I'm okay. Okay, now look at the head and the neck. So looking at the head and the neck is shifting. Shifting the mental consciousness. I'm saying mental consciousness. Shifting. And that too without doing anything. Look at the head and the neck. Be there, wait there, so what happens? And you know I'm okay, you confirm. A new experience takes over. New experience takes over the mind. Normally that experience is sensation, relaxation, and stillness. You may say this is maybe an advanced practice. Why? We all are intelligent. We know what we are doing and how we are learning it. Look at the right arm. So now we are asking the mind, just can you repeat in the field of awareness? Let me give you another beautiful analogy. You are watching the traffic, okay? What it means? Car comes, you see it, and then disappears. Second car comes, you know it, disappears. I'm not saying anything new. The moment if I say you forget, that will be a problem. You don't forget anything. Look at the right arm. Now see another car. Okay, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left arm. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Chest in the belly. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Right leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Now see that there is a fast movement, it is happening on the traffic. And if my mind is aware, it's not worried about and carried away by the impressions coming from the back door, it still maintains its awareness. Let us make it again, head and the neck. Be there. Wait there. Now this mind has enough time to know not only the car, oh, this car. I'm not saying anything. Well, head and the neck. So the teacher slows down the mind. Why? To keep that awareness intact. Look at the right arm, be there. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Move the mind on the left arm. I can say that. Moving the mind, you're simply aware. Instant awareness happens. Do you see when I say, come on, see that? It is, look at this into the sky. And you say, yes. Sensation, relaxation and stillness, chest in the belly. Be there, wait there. The mind naturally becomes aware of the shape, becomes aware of the entire shape and the size. And then what happens? There is a sensation, relaxation and stillness. Right leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left leg, be there, be there. Does it need any effort? The mind will say yes. How? The mind is carried away by the impressions entering from the back door. It is not there, but still the mind believes it is there. And that is the problem. When there is the light and my eyes are closed and I say there is no light. I claim there is no light. There is another phrase, I'm in deep sleep. That is one thing. And I pretend to sleep. When I pretend to sleep, it is very difficult for you to wake me up. I'm using that phrase. Look at the right leg, be there, and be there, and sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Left leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. When I'm pretending to be aware at a very subtler level, this mind will invite all the contents from the back door. And when I'm really aware, that's an analogy to experience, I'm simply aware. Let us go little deeper. If I say let us go little deeper, what we are learning and educating the mind to find peace. In that state, first experience being comfortable, aware of the entries, experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. In that state, become aware of the space. Just be aware of the space. Traffic is moving. How do I know? The space that separates I am from the traffic. Am I clear? It is your experience. If the traffic, it touches your eyes, nothing is going to happen. You cannot see anything. Okay? Your experience, I am comfortable. Awareness knows the space between I am and the body being comfortable. Okay? Experience, I am and the mind allows entry from the front and the back. There is a space, then only I know it. Otherwise, how can I know? Okay. Now look at the space inside. The moment you look at the space inside, declare, say mentally, Shantoham. I normally say declare. I am the peace. And in today's journey, when you say Shantoham, become aware of the space everywhere. In between thoughts, in between entry from the front and the back, and that I am the peace are actually one. Now it is because I want to know where I am. That is what the mind does. So I say yes, Shantoham, I am the peace with awareness of the space all around. The space is a container. Mind experiences emptiness. Just see, if it is not, it's okay. In fact, it experiences the sense of void. What is space? Is there a shape of the space? No. Is there a size of the space? No. We need not to go further. Shantoham. 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 Now the beauty is that do nothing now. There is an awareness. Awareness of the space continues. And if it continues, I'm there. In our journey of the Eastern wisdom, every teacher, before the beginning that I normally don't do, I pick up the principle and end of journey. End of the practice, not the journey. There is always a recitation to help seekers to live with an intent. What is our today's intent? Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham, let everyone be in peace. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Let there be an auspicious moment for all. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Let there be a completeness in all. what it means? When the mind says, I'm complete, where are the worries and the challenges? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Ask yourself, what happened? What is my experience? Why? We will share to understand. How are you, my friend? Beautiful?
Yes.
Where is Rich? Rich is down. And Stephanie, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And so is Gabriel.
Gabriel?
Yes, my dog. He fell asleep during this, which is wonderful.
So, what did you experience? How your mind?
I kept thinking about the difference between the ability to have an experience without becoming the experience.
That's a good point. Very good point. You see, normally 99% I have a thought. What is that thought? Oh, what a tasty food I had last week in a restaurant with Rich and Casey. Now, this is purely a thought. I give you another analogy. It's a menu. It is not the food. It is only a menu. So when I have a thought of a problem, of anxiety, of stress, of duality and a conflict, it is only a menu. It is not actual. That is the difference between I'm aware of a thought and I'm aware of an experience.
Yes.
Rightly. That's a good point. I think you picked up, your mind somewhere picked up a very good point. Understand, so simple. Isn't it, Rich? Menu and the actual food. Throw out the menu. I'm pointing to Rich. Rich knows that what I mean. I'm arguing my case. How are you, Rich?
I was doing very well, and then I fell asleep, and when I realized I was asleep, I woke up and got back into the practice for a little bit, and then I started getting really uncomfortable in the body. Like I had a rush of heat come over me, and it was uncomfortable heat. It made me dizzy. Neck and my shoulders started tensing like they just started I couldn't hold them still. It was very uncomfortable. That hasn't happened in a while. It was very uncomfortable for me.
Entry from the back door. An identification.
It was Yeah, it was not my usual experience.
Not your usual experience. That's what I was also watching. Entry from the back door. Default setting of the mind. So it comes sometimes. We need not to worry about it. It happens to even, yes, there is only a difference. It happens to everyone, even who has been doing their practice for years. Only one difference is there, that awareness prevents the mind to identify with it. And it is gone. In the same way, I think in a different way, it is the same thing what the Stephanie is saying. Menu and the food. So she says, I was understanding a thought, an actual experience. Thought is not an actual experience. Isn't it, Rich?
Yes, I understand that.
You argue your case as an attorney, that, me lord, he killed my client. You are simply expressing a thought. It's a menu. That is a virtual world. We are living in an actual world. So we throw away all the menu. Come on, I don't need it. What is your experience, Rich?
There are some things going on in the room. Callie came over and she may have been, she was interested in why I wasn't moving. So she scratched me a few times to try and get my attention and make sure I was still alive. So that was a little bit distracting from the usual session that we have, because I usually don't have that distraction. And I was a little physically distracted even before we started I didn't dress as comfortably as I usually do. I was feeling the shirt pulling and the pants pulling and things a little bit when I tried to change position to get very comfortable. But once Kelly was gone from, she knew I was okay, and I had readjusted my clothing. I think I got fairly comfortable and relaxed.
Right, that's really good. Let me give you all a simple homework. Sit steady, don't force. Sit steady, eyes closed, and then go deep into the space. Whether you say it is an emptiness, whether you say it is a darkness all around, look for the shape and the size of the space. There is no shape in the size of the space. You see that? When the mind tries to look at the space, it wants to reach at the boundary. Right? And gradually what is going to happen? In trying to reach to the boundary, the mind will go deep within. It's a play. And the moment you see, it's too much. Now I'm already into the space. Now the mind, now what happens? The mind, Stephanie, are you listening? Now the mind is in real space. And once you are aware, say Shantoham. It can happen in few seconds. And it will take your few years, or it may take few births. Choice is yours. not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it may happen with eyes open, but it is better to do with eyes closed. I said a simple thing. Go deep within. Look into the space or the darkness if you see the darkness. So let me find where is the boundary of the darkness. Something will change in your head. How long it will take? It may happen in 30 seconds, it may happen in a minute, it may happen in an hour, it may happen in 5 hours, it may not happen. That will tell you how much entries are made from the back door. Okay, so anything more?